One of the most crippling addictions you can face is gambling. Just one double or nothing and say goodbye to your empire. That's why I find the idea of going to casinos so fascinating. Because we've all heard the house always wins, yet Vegas is still one of the top tourist destinations. So enjoy my 14th favorite video on why gambling is stupid. Idiots. So many people are idiots. The fact that Las Vegas exists proves my point. You see, casinos are like your pastor. They promise you happiness, but end up taking advantage of you. Just take a look around. Giant water fountains, the Eiffel Tower, that can pass as people. How do you think they can afford this shit? By selling tickets to the buffet? It's by convincing suckers that they're smarter than multi-billion-dollar corporations. How many times have you heard someone say, "This is my hot seat," or "my lucky slot machine"? Spoiler alert, luck doesn't exist. If it did, your dad would have decided to pull out years ago. Another phrase I hear all the time is, "My number hasn't popped up, so it's due." Like, why don't you go outside and huff some paint? Because you clearly don't understand how probability works. If there's 100 numbers and the number 7 pops up 10 times in a row, do you know the odds that it'll pop up an 11th time? 1 out of 100! Just because it popped up before has no impact on it popping up again. But even if you're bad at math, just take a look around a casino. They're built specifically to milk you for all you got. There's no clocks or windows, so you don't realize how long you've been gambling for. They use chips and cards so it doesn't feel like you're using real money. Machines have flashing lights and sounds that give you dopamine rushes. And best of all, they serve you free alcohol. Nothing in life is free. If your girlfriend gives you a free blowy, know you'll end up paying for it later. So casinos aren't giving out drinks out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing it to stir chemicals in your brain to disrupt whatever little bit of object reality you have left. We've all made dumb decisions while drunk. Now imagine being plastered next to an ATM. Could you not see how this shit could go off the rails? And people still go to Vegas thinking they're gonna make it big, when the only thing that they're winning is chlamydia and divorce papers. But why, offending everybody, are you going this hard on gambling? Well, for starters, every idea I have is random. I refuse to be like these other basic bitch stick figure channels, just copying everyone's idea and never coming up with anything original. But what really spurred this idea was I was on a cruise recently, and I like to play this game called Find a Pathetic Person. It's not what you think. It's where I walk around a casino trying to find the most pathetic person. Oh, that's exactly what you thought? Oh, okay, I'm glad we're both on the same page. Anyway, I ended up bumping into a guy who said he loved to gamble, and I'm trying my hardest not to question his intelligence. He was wearing a Nikocado avocado shirt, so things were looking a little bleak in the IQ department. But trying to be objective, I decided to hear him out. I said, "Why do you feel like you'd win in a casino?" And he said, "Oh, well, it depends on which game you play." I'm like, "Okay, what game do you play?" He said, "Oh, I'm really good at blackjack." His face looked like Bella Ramsey, so I'm thinking maybe he's one of those autistic savants. I'm like, "How are you so good at blackjack?" Now he's starting to patronize me, saying, "Bro, there are tons of books on it." So in his mind, if there's a book, it must be true.